deception, honor, and betrayal. The game begins anew when the epic series Game of Thrones returns. Just one part of your free preview of HBO Max. You'll experience all the must-see originals and the biggest Hollywood movies you won't want to miss. Watch it all anytime. There's nothing else like it. Don't miss a free preview of HBO Max Friday, March 29th until Monday, April 1st. Sign up for HBO and Max and get your first month free. Call 601-8992 or visit cablebahamas.com to subscribe today.
Good evening, Bahamas. You're tuned in to NB12, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Coming up tonight in news, the Free National Movement slams government over the recent webshop ruling. Debate over the Nassau container port reignites. A motorcyclist killed in a traffic accident. Plus, pastors weigh in on the possibility of oil jobs. We've got the details of those stories and so much more. I'm Vonique Toot, and NB12, the weekend edition, starts now. Topping news tonight, nearly a week after Sir Michael Barnett discharged a conservatory order protecting webshop gaming from being shut down, the numbers business continues unabated, despite that ruling which followed the rejection of the industry in a January referendum. Today, the Free National Movement called inaction by police inexcusable and dismissed as lame the reasons given by the Commissioner of Police and National Security Minister as to why nothing has been done. Juan McCartney reports.
Fnm leader Dr. Hubert Minnis today calling for the immediate search of all businesses that conduct webshop gaming. He also wants all their equipment seized, and ultimately he wants those businesses shut down. Interestingly enough, there is a web shop right next to Fnm headquarters and another across the street from it on Mackey Street.
At a press conference at Fnm headquarters, Minnis said he doesn't see what the holdup is over ending webshop gaming, as it seems to him that the Chief Justice was pretty clear in his ruling. Sir Michael said nothing, not even the prospect of criminal proceedings being stayed while the constitutionality of a law is being challenged, should prevent the law from being enforced in the meantime.
We urge a forthright and immediate course of action by the police to obtain search warrants, to close down all illegal gambling and lottery operations, and to confiscate all computer terminals, servers, and ATM machines which are being used to facilitate illegal gambling and illegal money transfers, whether that gambling takes place in the web shops themselves or in private homes, so that the law of the Bahamas, the sound and well-considered ruling of Chief Justice, and the administration of justice generally are not brought into disrepute by what appears to be lame excuses and no action by the police and the Minister of National Security.
Nottage and Greenslade have both admitted that nothing has been done. The commissioner alluded to investigations the police are conducting, and Nottage said last week that he and Greenslade had yet to talk about shutting down webshop gaming after the ruling. None of that is good enough for Minnis.
It is a gross dereliction of duty for the Minister of National Security to shrug his shoulders and pass the buck to some lawyers in the office of the Attorney General's office. The minister is presumed to know Bahamian law. The police know Bahamian criminal law. In the face of the clear and unambiguous ruling of the Honorable Chief Justice that, I quote, "The police must be allowed to enforce the law unless and until the law has been declared to be invalid." This protracted inaction and lame excuse making by the Minister of National Security is totally unacceptable in a civilized society which is governed by the rule of law.
Minnis also points out that before the referendum in January, Greenslade said he had a plan in place should the regulation of web shops be rejected.
Commissioner said that he had a plan and he had everything in place. That was said before. and whatever's the outcome, he's prepared to proceed. He cannot now state that he now must commence an investigation. If he had the plan, implement the plan. If he didn't have the plan, then you're talking something different altogether.
As for the web shops near Fnm headquarters, Minnis said he wants all web shops closed without exception.
Lawyers for the web shops who are appealing Sir Michael's ruling are due before the Court of Appeal this week to also ask for a stay. Of course, lawyers from the Attorney General's office will meet them there. Reporting for NB12, I'm Juan McCartney.
Nearly 1 year after the grand opening of the Nassau container port, Prime Minister Christie says he intends to discuss with officials from Arawak Port Development some grave concerns he has about the facility's location. While attending a recent event on Arawak Key, Christie told NB12 he is convinced now more than ever that the port is in the wrong place.
This is a very, very serious matter, and I drew it to the attention of my ministerial colleagues who were sitting here, and I'm going to have a discussion with those who run this place, because when they first said there would be a port here, the England government indicated the traffic would be at night when things are down in wee hours of the morning. And everybody has ignored that now that has been done, and it's happening here, and I can tell you, it's something that we have to be very careful about.
The previous Christie administration proposed relocating the old container port, which was stretched along Bay Street with a facility at Clifton Pier in southern New Providence. However, the Ingram administration thought it best to construct the multi-million-dollar port at the rear of Arawak Key.
Sitting here, we've been constantly disturbed by the heavy trucks and heavy traffic coming from the port. And I knew a long time ago when I said this was the wrong place to put a port. And so in the middle of it, I just broke away and said, listen, you have now helped me to inform public opinion. You've helped me to inform public policy by giving me the experience of sitting here and seeing what happens to people who are trying to eat, and the dust coming from trucks that are uncovered leaving here, right? It's very difficult. It seems to be unhealthy. The noise is an intrusion on people's well-being.
Now, Christie says the movement of big trucks throughout the day is a huge nuisance and possibly poses health risks for Bahamians and tourists visiting stalls on Arawak Key. It's a matter the Prime Minister says he plans to discuss further with his cabinet colleagues. Responding to reports of what Christie said, the leader of the Fnm said today he's not surprised Christie is still pushing the issue.
The Prime Minister has said many things without any backing of it. We would have done our work. We felt that the port is the right place. We reduced the traffic on Bay Street. Traffic can move slowly, can move properly now, and I think it's working properly. The Prime Minister also made a statement about BTC, about him moving to obtain the additional 2%. So many statements that the Prime Minister has made are totally, have not been backed. So I'm not surprised.
Despite assurances from National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage that overall crime is declining, Democratic National Alliance leader Bramwell McCartney says he's not buying it, and neither should the public. Nottage recently told reporters that despite numerous reports of armed robberies and a recent attack on a police officer, crime figures show the Bahamas is well behind where it was this time last year. Well, McCartney feels those statistics do not reflect the reality of crime in the country.
He obviously does not live in this Bahamas. I would like to know where he lives, because he's talking foolishness. Crime and the fear of crime is very, very, very much alive.
So you don't believe the statistics?
Those statistics were relevant for, I think, 2 months at its maximum, if I'm not mistaken.
Just last month, Nottage asserted that serious crimes are down 14%, while crime plunged 28% in areas that have urban renewal offices. McCartney questioned whether all categories of crime were included when officials calculated those figures.
And we're not getting all of the statistics. I will tell you, the police is reluctant to give all of the statistics, simply because it is so bad out there. Let's not fool ourselves. If the police were to give all of the statistics, you'll be afraid to leave your house. This country has a serious criminal problem.
Police are investigating a traffic fatality on Burnett Road that claimed the life of a 27-year-old Fox Hill resident today. A blue and white Yamaha motorcycle collided with this gold 2006 Hyundai Tucson in front of Success Training College around 12:45 this afternoon. The motorcyclist was taken to hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Onlookers gathered and traffic was backed up for more than an hour as police conducted preliminary investigations and interviewed the driver of that SUV. The victim's identity is unknown. Police are appealing to all motorists to drive with due care and attention and to respect the rules of the road.